Okay. And a lot of people don't even know that we're going to get you oriented right now. A lot of people don't even know about your earlier days. A lot of people know about Fresh because we came up. I was also a part of that group and everything else. But let's take them back through time. Let's take them back through time.
All the way back?
I'm not all the way back. I'm not talking about first keyboard back all the way back. We talking about first album to now. I need you to give me a description of what you think the album was about, what stage of your life that you were, and we're going to give them a little insight on where you were on each album, if you can remember, because a lot of inspiration came from everything, but we're going to start out with the first one. The Rise.
Yeah, album 1, The Rise.
The Rise. Album 1, where were you at? What was you thinking? Inspirations?
The Rise was dope, man. The Rise came from, I think it was like my senior year. High school, senior year, going to my last year, and I had been doing stuff with Fresh for a minute, and me, Ray Cash, and Hype, of course, we was all doing stuff together, and they had moved out to Kent, out of the neighborhood, and I was still trying to push to do that music because I was still on it. I was trying to get better, and nobody was really on it like I was, so I'd be hitting up people like, yo man, let's make a track, yo, let's drop an album, and he was like, yeah, for sure, and then wouldn't hit me up. And I was just talking to Hype, of course, sitting in the bathroom. I can remember getting ready and just mad, just like, man, how come ain't nobody on it like I'm on it? He just explained to me, I got that drive and nobody else really got that drive that I do. So he was like, what you just need to do is just break off, man. He said, I know you don't want to, but go ahead and break off and do your own thing. So I broke off. Right. And that day I decided, all right, man, I'm dropping an album. I already know what it's called. He's like, what, man? It's like The Rise, man. It's the fall of the old, you know what I'm saying? The rise of the new. So I called it The Rise, and it really didn't have a set theme. It was just me putting out music, just good music of any topic.
Okay. All right, like a few tracks off of there that you, in your opinion, were bangers and what they meant to you.
Oh man, Envy Me. Oh man, Envy. People still talking about Envy Me. It was definitely a hard hitting track. Really, it was just one of them, like me showing that I can be lyrical type joints, and every artist needs that. So that's what that was. Ice Water was on there. Ice Water was actually with the group. It was a song that we had dropped a while back, but I threw it on there because people are still talking about that song to today. I got people coming to me and my boys in college like, man, let me get that Ice Water. I'm like, man, we dropped that in like 06. Like, where was you at? So, those were definitely some good tracks. I had a few tracks with Darius that I did on there too that was bangers. So those songs are just whatever though. Nothing really too big. Just trying to let people hear me.
And of course you did, the talent show at the school, and he had a buzz, and everybody I don't think everybody really known you as an artist took you seriously until that moment. Yeah. I think that once they had it in their hand with you on the cover of the CD, man, it was official. So, okay. My personal favorite, this is always gonna be mine. Summer of 2006, Amusement, the mixtape.
Yes, man.
Please tell it. Let me know where you was at on that one.
The Amusement, the mixtape. It was crazy, man. My friend, he always was listening to Lil Wayne, and he be in class spitting some Lil Wayne. I'm like, man, you can spit, man. I know you can spit. He's like, man, I can't spit. I'm like, man, you can spit. Just go ahead and just write some stuff and just hit me back. Let me just see. And really, he never told me this, but he had heard some of my earlier stuff. And when he heard it, he's like, oh man, I'm going home and writing. I had inspired him to write, and he had never told me that. So he had been writing, and he was like, all right, man, I'm going to write some stuff. And he wrote some stuff, and I'm like, man, you wrote this? He was like, yeah. I'm like, dude, let's just do it. He's like, let's do some stuff. So I'm like, all right, man, we just dropped a whole mixtape. Like, he's like, all right, man, we just doing this for fun. Let's call it Amusement, the mixtape. I'm like, straight. So he picked all the beats, and we had a couple original ones on there. And we made this mixtape. I mean, he wasn't bad in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But as we made that mixtape, he got nice. So that mixtape ended up being kind of raw.
Right, and that's your boy Mizzy Mike Toad.
Yes, man. Big up to Toad. He actually just confirmed that he's joining the team, so big up to Mike Toad.
Okay,
Be expecting some stuff from him. I'm actually y'all don't know this, y'all didn't hear this from me, but he talking about working on the album soon. So we'll see. Okay. We'll see where that goes.
All right, I see you. Okay, a lot of people don't even know about this next one that I'm about to mention. Yeah. I know because I've been with you since the beginning. You know that. I've been there.
Of course.
Maxima cum laude.
Yeah, man.
Maxima cum laude. Where we at? Inspirations, details, tell it. Let's go.
That point in my life, I was just having fun. But, I mean, my stepdad's brother had hit me up. And he had told me he wanted me to join this this label that he was starting up. This little local label. So he wanted me to jump on it, and he kept calling me up as I was making this tape. So I'm dropping this tape. Really, it was just like, you know, I'm in school. I just graduated at the top of my class being a black male, you know what I'm saying? I was excited. So I was just like, man, I'm about to just make another album, you know what I'm saying? Just for some fun, you know what I mean? Because I feel that listening to the first album, I did a few tracks in between. And I'm like, man, I could do something so much better than what I just dropped. So let me drop something else.
Okay.
And so, still using that Yamaha PSR 1100 keyboard.
I was just about to ask you. I was like, when did the transition start? Did that transition start when you started using the actual USB keyboard, or?
Yeah, I was still using the workstation keyboard then, and still made a hot album. Still was making excellent beats. And as I was making this tape, grinding it out, Wayne hit me up one day. I was about to go to class, and he hit me up. I had a couple minutes, so I ran outside, I answered the phone, and he was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "We about to get this label stuff started. You sure you wanted to? You seriously want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. I'm down for the label, family label. You know what I'm saying? That's straight somewhere nice to start. You know what I'm saying?" So he was like, "All right, man." He's like, "You know, I'm an old soul, so." He's like, I done tracks with some older guys, you know, I'm older guys and girls, but I'm used to, you know, doing stuff with live instruments and just, you know, he was in a band, so he was used to doing that. So he's like, you know, with these young cats I'm trying to pick up, I want you to be head producer on the label. So I'm like, word, you know what I'm saying? That's a big step. He making me head producer. So I'll be, you know, I already working on this album, which I let him listen to. He loved it. He's saying, you know, instead of starting over, let's just drop this, and then you can work on everybody else, get everybody else out a single. And then he said, we flooding it. We gonna push it. We gonna, you know, send it to people, send it to radio. So I'm like straight, super excited. Never went through. So I dropped that album really like to myself.
Right.
I dropped it to myself, but I never officially dropped it. Never had any art for the CD, anything. Nobody ever had that CD in their hands. There's a few of my, you know, close friends that got a few tracks off of there. And it's available online, but a lot of people never knew that I dropped it. It was hot. I mean, I had some hot tracks on there. Schoolboy Swag was on there.
Okay.
Which was pretty much the highlight. Life's Changing with Ben Sword. Big up to Ben Sword and Ben Yarborough on the drums. Big up to y'all. He was on there. Ben was my inspiration for that album, actually. You know, he made me take things more seriously.
Right.
So he, you know, we connected, became best friends off of that, and he, you know, he's still my dude. He went to Michigan. He moved away and went to Michigan to go to school. So he doing his thing down there, but we talk all the time. You know what I mean? That's my dude. Big up. So.
Right. It seems like you got a heavy camp together.